You know when you come on a stream and you just lost? That's how I feel right now. No beards, people. The beard's gone. The team stressed me out enough, you know what I mean? And the grades were coming out every single time. So I said, let's take it off. But anyway, I hope everyone is well. Please hit that subscription button, notification button, and like button. The like button will get us the algorithm, so please hit that as much as you like. And, you know, the subscription helps us build this channel. I hope everybody's okay. It's been a horrendous weekend with Liverpool Football Club again. What can we do? What can we do? But we're going to discuss, you know, a lot of stuff. There. Oh, apologies. Yeah, we're going to discuss, you know, the Salah and Klopp incident. We're going to discuss, you know, the Premier League. We're going to discuss, you know, Slot coming in now. So they've agreed, you know, obviously a compensation. They're going to pay, obviously, finaled. What a shit, aren't we? We're a shit show, people. I'm sorry to say that, but our club's finished, man. Our club's finished in regards to, you know, trying to win the league this season. There's no, listen, those two teams ain't gonna slip up anytime, so don't have that hope. It's gone. The hope, even the little glimpse that we had, that hope, little hope, that's gone. Absolutely gone. A lot like I put on the poll, who is it to blame? Klopp and the staff, FSG, or the players? The whole lot of them, in my opinion, the whole lot of them have let us down, and it just showed on the pitch afterwards as well. Yeah, but let's talk about the Premier League, obviously the league, and then we discuss Liverpool Football Club and how we're going to solve these issues. So please hit that like button and subscription button. I appreciate that. Yeah, so as you can see, people, Arsenal are, you know, at the top. Unfortunately, Liverpool, they played 34 games, you know what I mean? 3 points behind Arsenal. I know that everybody's still got that hope and all that stuff, but we've left it too late. We left everything too late. We've done the wrong thing. Man City's got 2 games in hand as well. It's just bad all over, man. It's bad all over. How we got ourselves in this situation, people, and we can't even get out of it, I don't know. I really, really don't know. Like, if you asked me about a month ago, probably a month and a half ago, I was confident Liverpool was going to win the league. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we have that momentum. In the last 10 games, we always, you know, show up and we win majority of our games. If you look at last season, even in a bad season, we still, like, won about 10 games out of 11 or something like that. And then, you know, I thought, like, with the players we have, the way we're playing and all that, we will get back to some sorts of, like, a form that takes us, you know, to the next level, stretches our lead as well. And we just couldn't do that. We just bailed out. You know, a lot of people are blaming the players. A lot of people are blaming, you know, the manager. People are forgetting about FSG. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that happened along the way that don't make sense, in my opinion. That's number one. If you was bringing Michael Edwards back, why did you have to announce it early? Why couldn't you wait till the summer? That's number one. Number two, I think it relates. These two relate to Klopp and Michael Edwards. They don't get along, and I think they told Klopp he's gonna come back as your boss this time, and you have to cope with it somehow. And you know, Klopp, as he doesn't get along with Michael Edwards, they clashed, and you know, he said it's time to go. And number three, the players, you know, in the beginning they were saying, we've got to do it for Klopp, we've got to do it for Klopp and all that stuff. Listen, it could go on for so long. But once it starts, you know, going in your head and you start thinking about your future and what's next for you, your life, you know, I signed for this club because of this manager and all that stuff. It affects you on the pitch. And that's what's happened to the players. It affected them on the pitch. And then you see like the issues they're having. The decision making on the pitch doesn't make sense at times. Let's just be honest here. We're through on goal and we get nervous. We're through on goal, we hit the ball straight at the goalkeeper. We're through on goal, we hit the ball over the crossbar. We're through on goal, we don't pass to our teammate who's in a better position. So you see, like, there's a lot of things accumulating along the way. And now, like, some of the players, even Van Dijk, you know, he's considering his future, he's considering his options because, you know, he doesn't know where his future lies, he said. And, you know, the contract renewal, if he gets one, he's not too sure about as well. So even our captain, you know, is saying things like that. Our senior player, Salah, you know what happened over the weekend. We're going to discuss that as we go along. Yeah, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Listen, we're 3 points of Arsenal. Man City got 2 games in hand. We're still above Man City. But is it... No, let me just check this. Hang on. Wrong here? Let me see the table. Oh, my bad. There we go. Much better. I don't know what happened there. My bad. That's the table. We was at the time, but I'm looking at it a different way now. Yeah. So they're 5 points clear of Liverpool. Obviously, Man City have got a game in hand now. They've won their game against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, man. Only 3 games to go. Liverpool ain't going to get that back. These two are going to, you know, go back and forth. And one of them is going to win it. It's not us, unfortunately. I apologize about the table. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know what I was looking at. It should have been, you know, refreshed. It's still stuck on the old times. But I appreciate everyone that's gone in the comments. And please hit the subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. Yes, that's the table now. Statman Stubbs, big up to everyone. Sorry about the table. Have a great stream. See, I'm so annoyed. I forgot the table. I gotta be real. I forgot the whole table to refresh it. My bad. Have a great stream, mate. Big up, Statman Stubbs. Always helpful, brother. Please smash the likes and subscribe and help this channel. Road to 2,000 subscribers. We are, man. Paid the toll, says Klopp, but still think he should not have said he is retiring when he was flying in all comps middle of the season. It was our downfall. Yeah, it was our downfall. We make decisions that don't make sense at times, and it's every season, bro. It's not the first season this actually happened. If you look back in history with Liverpool under this establishment, we keep making, you know, unnecessary decisions that lead to, you know, the downfall of the football club, and it's a common occurrence. You know, like when we're about 1 player short to win a league. And January comes along, we don't even buy that player. If we need a player to take us to the next step in the summer, we don't buy that player. So now, like, it's happened again. It's just a reoccurrence of this of issues that we could just like keep quiet. Even if someone lets it slip, we just deny it. But we're not doing that. We're letting these things happen on a regular basis. And now, you see, we suffer the consequences, which is, you know, us not winning the league. It's sad because we can't celebrate with our football club. The last time we won the league, we didn't celebrate with our football club. Now we had the opportunity to do that. We're not doing that. And you know, Klopp is not gonna be there anymore. And it's tough. It's really, really tough. Yeah, big up John Conway as always, man. Big up everyone. Rubies. I gave you April Fools. I know it's late, you know, with the table. I gave you hope, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's a mess. Absolute mess, man. Liverpool Football Club not learning from past mistakes, and you know, we're still doing the same stuff. It's sad. So you look at the league, people were 3rd, 5 points off Arsenal with the same amount of games. Goal difference is not good enough. We lost you know, less games than Arsenal. Arsenal lost 5. Man City only lost 3. At one stage we lost less than everybody else, and now we're losing more or less every game. Yeah, so I want to discuss the West Ham game and what went wrong, and what we have to do now, which is pretty much just get the 3 points just to qualify for the Champions League, if you know what I mean. So hang on, let me see what's happening here. Apologies, people, I need to get things together. Today's stream. What is it? Today's stream. So I want to obviously discuss the goals that we conceded as well. Like, it was just Pathetic, man. Like your goals ahead, and then West Ham scored 2 similar goals unchallenged. You know what I mean? And you think to yourself, if you're really, really interested in winning league titles, why aren't you fighting for it? And I don't see these players ever fight for it, people. They don't. They just stood there, same type of goals. Look at the Everton goals, and look at the West Ham goals. Same type of goals, all in the air, nobody challenging, which shows the players have bailed out. The players actually bailed out. You got to be real with yourself now. If the players are not fighting for the football club anymore, that means they're not interested anymore. And the senior players are part of this, like Van Dijk and and Salah, and then you got what's his name, Trent, who just like stands around now. Like since he's come back, what has he actually done? He's done absolutely zero, and it shows on the performances. He keeps playing this inverted role, and I keep going back to it. I don't need you inverted role. I need you to get into the team and play the right back that you're supposed to be, which is the first line. The first part of your head is defending. The second part, is going forward and supporting the attack and putting crosses in the box. And you're not even doing that for me. So what's the point of you being on the pitch? Now people are making excuses for these players, saying, "Oh, but he's a midfielder. Well, he was the best right back in the world one time. What happened to that?" You know what I mean? Like, are we forgetting that? Are we just like ignoring things like that? You know what I mean? 1 minute you're saying he's the best right back in the world, and next minute you're saying like, oh, he's a midfielder. I'm sorry, like we need to stop this. We need to stop the excuses for players. They're not doing the basics of their game, which is defending if you're a defender and attacking if you're an attacker. You know what I mean? So if the players are not doing that, then they're not doing their job, which shows why we fell off dramatically during the season as well. So, yeah, man, there's a lot of things we've got to talk about. And I'm sick to death when people are making excuses for players. I'm not here to make excuses for players. I'm here to support Liverpool Football Club. And I've always said it, like, I'm not all about individual players. I'm about Liverpool Football Club. This is what our fan base needs to go back to and understand, Without this football club, these players don't exist. When these players leave, then who are you going to support? You know what I mean? There you go. You're still going to be supporting Liverpool Football Club and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, let's look at the goals. Let me go here. Oh, hopefully it'll come back. There you go. So, the first goal. Look how many players are around Bowen. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these players are around one player, and he managed to score from there. How embarrassing is that? And not only that, he's about 5'3". How? How do we allow this defending every set piece? The last game, same thing. Every set piece, we're in trouble. It shows the lack of commitment of players. There's no commitment from these players. I'm sorry. Look at our leader, Van Dijk. He's the one here. That's him. Come on, bro. Go over everyone and go and attack that ball. Like, I know these guys are... Look. I think it's Gakpo. Sorry about obviously the pictures. I had to do it through TV. Look at Gakpo. Turned his back when the guy headed the ball. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And then you look at the second goal. Look how free he is in the middle, Antonio. Look at Trent. Just making up the numbers. Oh, at least if I go back, I'll say I was back. I was helping defending. I was helping with the defending. At least I got back. At least you have that in your credit. At least I was back. That's what he's gonna say. But look what he's jogging to. He's not attacking the player. He's just jogging back. Let me get to the goal line. But I'll jog there, not sprint there, because I might do something with my hamstring. It's a joke, man. Absolute joke. How are these players free in our box headering things like this? Look, again, like I said the other day, he meant to head that ball away, far away. He missed the ball because he thought someone's next to him. Look, again, another goal from set piece. There you go. Little hand on the back. Didn't even phase Dominic's McLuhan. It didn't phase him at all. Didn't do anything to him. Yeah, man. It's bad, man. It's bad. And it's never going to end, people. It's never going to end. It's going to be continuing like this throughout the season, unfortunately, because the players are bailed out. The players have bailed out. You got to be realistic here, man. The players have bailed out. Yes, hit the likes and button, please. As Nurabit says, a big up, everyone. Yeah, 100%. Andrew says, I'm worried now. Everybody's worried, mate. I don't know where we're going to go. You know what I mean? From here. When you see like Klopp and when you see Klopp and players fighting on the sideline, it shows the commitment is not there. And not only that, people, what you need to understand is when they're fighting like that, the players are finally showing their true colours, what they're all about as well. Which is, you know, if Klopp was staying, would Salah do what he did? No. Now Klopp is leaving. You know, a lot of players are talking a lot. Van Dijk, Alisson, they're all talking a lot. Apparently, Alisson is selling his house. So, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, it says not a great performance from the team in recent games for sure. Or for games, that's for sure. Don't know who's to blame, but we had a chance to win the league and we blew it. Only ourselves to blame. Well, yeah, as a whole, a club as a whole has to stand up and be counted. The club as a whole has let us down. I mean, they always call for the fans. Big up Alexander as always, bro. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, it's a big step when you're making decisions during the season, if you know what I mean, people. If you're making decisions like that, it shows like the lack of know-how of the owners and, you know, the people around them that's advising them as well. And this is why, you know, I worry every single time these owners speak, because nothing ever comes right. Like we're doing ticket pricings during the season and before the Atalanta game. And the Atalanta game, we saw what happened. The fans didn't even turn up for that game, and we lost that game by 3-0 at home. You know what I mean? So things like this, it's just annoys me. It annoys me, man. It really annoys me. It just shows that the commitment is not really there. You don't make decisions like that during the season. Why can't you wait to make decisions like that at the end of the season? Then you don't have to worry about anything else. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess, man. And I'm getting tired of it. We're always looking at someone to blame. And then you see these two doing this to each other. Salah is pissed off that he didn't come on. So what happened was Salah was coming on. Klopp wanted to obviously hug him. Salah just gave him a 5 like that and walked away. And Klopp was saying, what, there's no hug or anything like that? And Salah was pissed off because, you know, he didn't start the game. So as the game went on, as they were standing on the sideline, the goal came about as well, don't forget. And then Salah went even more like into it. He started to get shouted at Klopp and saying, look what you done, kind of thing. And, I should have come on. And Klopp just went berserk after that at him. You could see him like his teeth, you know, the way he always gets his teeth grinding and all that stuff, you know, and his fist and all that stuff. They both have to be pushed away from each other for, you know, Darwin Núñez and Gomez had to like keep it calm. So it shows like, you know, the camp ain't what it seems. The camp is all over the place. If things like this is happening right in front of our face, can you imagine back, in the Accent training ground? Can you imagine like how the players are to each other, how everything is unfolding itself as well? I'm convinced that everybody's bailed out. You know what I mean? Once Klopp announced that he's leaving, I'm 1,000,000% convinced everybody's just said, you know what? I have to like consider my future now. And for them to argue, look, that the talisman and the manager like this, you know what I mean? And Salah needs to be grateful, you know, for what this manager has done to him. Salah was in the wilderness like not so long ago. I mean, playing for Roma in a retirement league. And, you know, we got him from there when nobody was willing to pay the money. And we turned him into one of the best players in the world. Thanks to Klopp, you know what I'm saying? So this kind of behavior, it shouldn't go on at a football club. It's a mess, man. And, you know, like Steven Gerrard left Liverpool, we lost 6-1 to Stoke, and he scored a goal in that game, by the way. And now that's what he's remembered for. Now we're going to remember Klopp with this, you know what I mean? Him and Salah arguing on the sideline, and it shouldn't be like that. Salah hasn't done nothing, people, like for about since he come back from the African nations, like he always does. I got to be real. He hasn't done anything for a long, long time. he chose to go to these African nations, knowing that his team is not all that as well. While we're challenging for a league title, our players are going to play in tournaments every single time. Like we're challenging quad season, the season before that, whatever it is, we're always, down a man. And then when the team gets together and tries to fight together without them and gets us in a situation where top of the league, they come back and just ruin everything. As soon as Salah found out, like, oh, Haaland is injured, so I could get the golden boot, didn't pass to anyone. Didn't defend for the team. Start shooting from stupid angles. Salah, if you look at Salah's history, he doesn't really pass the ball to someone to score unless he scores a goal first. So once he starts scoring a goal first, then he says, I'll pass to you now. That's the kind of behavior that he's got. But this is what I'm seeing now as well about Salah. I love the guy. He's a talisman. He's done a brilliant job down the years. Great goals, he scored fantastic stuff and all that stuff. But it's time to go. You know what I mean? Like, if the manager is leaving, I don't want these old players to stay anymore. You can't have a youth players coming through, watching these players, the way they behave, and then you expect the youth players, when they get older, they're not going to behave the same? Come on, man. The day Salah actually took the double money from Van Dijk, like if you look at Alisson and Van Dijk, the double pay from them, like that's when I said, it's going to be tough for Liverpool Football Club. A lot of people disagreed with me. A lot of people had a go at me actually about it, and I said, listen, you say he deserved the payments and all that stuff, but when the payments was like this, nobody was complaining. Nobody had issues, inside the camp. I think when the payments went like this, like double, like to the rest of the guys, but you're forgetting Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world at the time. Van Dijk was the best defender in the world at the time. Trent is the best right back in the world at the time. Robertson was the best left back, one of the best left backs in the world at the time. Fabinho was one of the best DMs, etc. So you could go on and on. Mane, one of the best attackers. Firmino, one of the best attackers. So you could go on and on and on. When you get that, and then you get one player who's on top of all of them, while these players are the ones who actually got you there with them together as one. When they got together there as one, it's tough for players to process that, and that's what happened when the players realized we're not worth a lot, because one player is getting double what we're getting, and we're getting you bribed us into contracts all at the same time, which they did a season before. So it was always going to affect the team, man, and that's what's happened. You look at that from that season. Last season we wasn't the same. That's when he signed the contract. We was crap. We was 8th and 9th majority of the season. Think about it, people. The players bailed out at that time. They're saying like, am I not worth enough? When Varane is getting more than Van Dijk, when Casemiro is getting more than Fabinho, you know what I mean? Think about it. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. When Rashford is getting more than Mane. Well, we know Mane is better than Rashford. We know that. But all these players were getting more money than these players. So it was always, those kind of things always catch up. And I said that at the time. I think there's going to be problems here. No one believed me. And now, you could see it right in your front of your face. It was the team that won you titles. It was the team that done it together. It was the team that, got you through, adversity and everything. Once that disappeared, it went from here to there, it was difficult. It was really, really difficult. And I saw in the players' performances last season. Van Dijk wasn't Van Dijk last season. Fabinho wasn't Fabinho last season. A lot of those players just didn't care no more. Man. And it was tough to watch. And now, Klopp and the coaching staff and the owners making announcement after announcement during the season has affected us. It's messed us up. I mean, we're all over the place. We give a little leeway these jokers. We give a lot of leeway for these jokers. Yeah, we do. I honestly think that, mate. I had a mate of mine the other day talking to me about FSG. And I said, I've been FSG out for a long, long time. And I'm never going to change. You know what I mean? He tried to change my mind. I said, I'm never going to change. Because they play good games. You know what I mean? They always make you lose focus of reality, which is, competing for titles and all that stuff. And, they make sure their brand is, intact in a way of, we can't spend. You know what I mean? They don't want to spend and all that stuff. So when we're competing for titles, you don't make an announcement like this. I'm sorry, like you don't do that. And when you need defenders to get you over the line in a season, you don't behave like that. You don't get Kabak and Davis. You don't do things like that. When you need Chouamini, you don't, and you don't get him, you don't stop. You go on for the next option, which we don't do. You know what I mean? Every season that we needed a marquee signing to get us over the, line. Remember what people said when Caicedo was coming to Liverpool before he chose Chelsea. End game. It's over for everybody if Caicedo goes to Liverpool. What did we do? We didn't even get him. No, what did we do after that? We got Endo. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Endo done a fantastic job, but Endo is not. He hasn't got that mobility like Caicedo's or Lavier's. Like those players that can run up and down that pitch and close down teams and all that stuff. He hasn't got that. Every time a player gets past him, he gets a yellow card. So throughout the game, he's going to be on that little, edge that can cause him to get another yellow card, which is a red. So this is what I'm trying to say. You need that mobility midfielder that runs up and down, paces players, gets the ball back for you, passes it to the talented players, and then we go from there. And we chose not to do that. Fekir that season was one Fekir away of winning the league. You know what I mean? Konate, if we bought him earlier, maybe we would have won the league. Man City only won the league by 86 points. You know what I mean? So it shows, man. It shows like we don't really go into, seasons wanting to really win. Look at Arsenal. We need Declan Rice. Did Declan Rice change their fortunes? Hell yeah. Look at them. They're consistent. He wins battles. He drives them forward. He scores goals. He sets up goals. Why can't we get a player like that? Why? Why don't we deserve a player like that? We're always hearing that we're the best fans in the world. Why don't the best fans in the world get a mirror image on the pitch? We never get a mirror image on the pitch. We don't. Because they don't allow this to happen. It's a madness, man. It's a madness. Big up Cedric as always. Big up Fozia players already on holiday. Yeah, 100% they're on holiday, bro. They're gone. They're checked out. You know what I mean? They don't want to put the extra, bits in the team. You know why? Because there's the Euros coming along. If they get injured, they can't play in the Euros. Or if they're looking for transfer, nobody's gonna buy them if they're injured. So they don't want to put the extra yard, extra challenge on the pitch. Think about what I'm saying, people. That's what's happening right now. If teams were interested in winning titles, you don't behave the way these players have behaved this season. And as a club as a whole, we shouldn't behave the way we did. I mean, as a manager, as an ownership, as players, coaching staff, everybody. It's all a mess. It's all a mess, man. And it's never going to end anytime soon. So this is what David Ornstein said. Oh, my bad. He said exclusive. Liverpool expects Mo Salah to stay. I don't want him to stay anymore, people. I want him gone. I'm being realistic. Like, why would I lie about that? What is he going to offer me? He doesn't offer me anything in defense. He doesn't offer me anything in attack. He doesn't offer me anything as a collective. So what do you want me to hold on to? Give the next generation a chance now. Let's build. Let's rebuild. Let's go back to basics. Let's move on from the players that are becoming a bad eggs at the football club. And people are defending this like they want to keep him. Keep him for what? He ain't scoring decisive goals. Last season, we needed goals in that game against Bournemouth for him to score. Missed the whole target. And I think there's another game he missed the whole target again in a penalty. So what do you want from us, man? I think it was an Arsenal game at home. What do you want from us, man? Do we want to compete in the future, give these opportunities to the youngsters so we can go on, to the next step and let them, develop and take those bad eggs away from them so they don't copy them in the future? Or do you want us just to stay still and keep these old players that's done their time at Liverpool? This is what I love about Firmino, Henderson, all them lot. They knew their time was done at Liverpool. And Fabinho, they said, boss, he wanted to keep them. They said, boss, it's time to go. Give the kids a chance. You know what I mean? I'm not staying here getting old while you got, the future right there waiting for you to go, to the next level. That's what they said, those players, those selfless players, those players that cared about the football club. But yeah, you want to keep around players that don't even do anything for me. That go to African nations while we need them in the league. Come on, man. Be realistic here. Be realistic here, man. Come on. Like, Be a true fan to your football club. Get rid of the old, in with the new. Move. Freaking hell. So he says Liverpool expect Mo Salah to stay and are planning with him for at least another campaign. The 31-year-old has given no indications of wanting to out, plus contract to be addressed in due course. Saudi views is Salah intends to remain at Liverpool next season. Listen, if we get 100 million, time to go. Time to go, people. Please don't be sentimental, man. I've sat here for 30 years being sentimental on players, and it never worked for me. I'm trying to advise you people. Stop looking back, look forward. That's the only way you can progress in life. We're holding on to people for far too long, in my opinion, and it makes this club come down again. He's 31 years old. If you get a resale value for him, get the resale value. Kevin Keegan left Liverpool Football Club, and that was one of the most major players at Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? So everybody leaves. Everybody leaves eventually. So just let him go, man. Let the guy go, man. Let his legacy be intact, because if he remains and he doesn't play well, people are gonna start talking about him and his legacy and all that stuff. So just, you know what I mean? You don't want that. You don't want to go through that for those players, man. Let them be remembered as legends. I mean, us holding on to them like this, it's not the way. It's not the way, man, and it's wrong. It's really selfish from us, from our point of view. It's selfish. It's very, very selfish. Let the player go, man. Let him go and earn his money. Because a lot of people said that. Salah, why we haven't got a Salah? If, he stayed because, he could have had a lot of money going to Saudi Arabia. Well, look at Saudi Arabia League now. Who's staying over there? Even for money. Who's staying over there? Nobody. Everybody wants out. So we saved him again. Hey, coming out with nonsense like that. He chose to stay, he could have had more money, triple the money he had now. Well, the Saudi League ain't all that anymore. I mean, Salah, this is Anfield, it's social. Salah expected to remain at Liverpool, with Michael Edwards a huge advocate of the player. Richard Hughes will open contract talks with Salah over a new deal before it expires in 2025. I don't know where these stories are coming out from, man. Either someone's getting paid, just to lose focus of reality, which is the team is doing rubbish, or, trying to, listen. And you always get via Paul Joyce and all this stuff. Because everybody knows Paul Joyce is the guy we look up to. He's a hero. He's a messiah. When he says something, we're all typing in, like that. Let it go, man. Let Salah go, man. Anfield secretary says this is a little belief that there is a little belief Mo Salah wants to go to Saudi Arabia at this stage of his career. Well, those people defended Salah. They're saying he stayed because he left a lot of money behind. It's time for him, to go and get the money. Go and get the money, mate. Go and get the money. So I looked at around the social media and I looked at, what people are saying. They're saying, this person is saying, sorry, Klopp built a system and obtained quality players like Bobby Firmino and Sadio Mane that allows Salah to become the superstar that he has become. It's a complete lack of untypical self-restraint and discipline that Mo displayed on the touchline in his spat with Jurgen Klopp. As I said, earlier, you got to respect each other at Liverpool Football Club. I mean, we got there together, and now when a player is walking off and saying to the press, when they asked him about Salah, what happened, and he said, if I say something, it's going to be fire. So you're warning your manager about what you're going to say. You're warning. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you disrespecting Jurgen Klopp like that? Why? Because you're on the bench. What have you done for you not to be on the bench. You know what I mean? So don't say things like that, man. If you're saying it's going to be fire, so let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear you out. Let's hear you out. Because we could go on for a long time. We could go for a long time for what you say. You know what I mean? So don't come out with nonsense like that. Here we go. Gabi Agbanloho says he calls out Jurgen Klopp for causing problems for Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, we know you don't like Jurgen Klopp, Gabi Agbanloho. We know that. Mo Salah deserves respect with Jurgen Klopp causing problems. Okay, no problem. And this is what I didn't understand. I'm gonna get back to this as well. And I talked about the other day. So Darwin Núñez was very much a Klopp signing with players with Liverpool recruitment team preferring Christopher Nkunku. Like that came before the game, and a lot of people were talking about it. I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you mentioning things like that? We already know this when it first happened. So this is what we're facing, people. We're facing too many people taking sides now, and it's not fair. It's not fair to the manager. It's not fair to the legacy of Jurgen Klopp, and it's not fair, to the fan base that love Jurgen Klopp as well. We don't forget, as Liverpool fans, we know where we was. We was in the dumps for 30 years. We was hated for 30 years. We would make sure, people were doing this with their legs on top of our heads for 30 years. This guy came through the door and told us to believe again when we all lost hope. But yet, now because he's leaving, the true colours of the fan base that was telling us, don't have a go at Klopp, don't have a go at the manager, don't have a go at the players and all this stuff, are showing. Now they're saying good riddance about Klopp and bringing Slot on Klopp. Wow. You know what I mean? So, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm going to miss Klopp, Yeah, it's not going to be easy like when he leaves. Because, Klopp is one of a kind. He's a mirror image of Liverpool Football Club. His behaviour on and off the pitch. It's just like us. He's a kind person. He's a crazy person like Liverpool fans. I'm going to miss that, man. It's not going to be easy, people. Honestly. It's not going to be easy, man. So now I want to talk about, obviously, the new manager. Slot. What must I say? You know what I mean? Did I want him? Not really. I don't know much about him. I'm not this type of fans that are going to make up stories. Oh, I watched the Eredivisie and I know a lot about Slot. He's doing a great job at the final and all this stuff. Well, Ten Hag done a great job at Ajax. Do you want him as a manager? Let's just speak about that. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Cedric says, sorry to say, appreciate all Salah's accomplishments, but the monster was created. Yeah, the monster was created, man. A monster that's unsettling a lot of people around him at the moment. And listen, Klopp created the guy the way. Listen, if it wasn't for Klopp, Salah would be Salah. Let's be honest, man. Let's be realistic here. It's sad, man. It's really, really sad the way things have turned out. The guy saying it's going to be fire. You know what I mean? Salah's attitude is poor. Salah's attitude is just poor. Although not a team captain, he's a senior player that should lead by example. What example is he to do to the young players? Yeah, he's no example at all. It's just, it's bad. Like I said, you don't need players like that around the club because the young players watch those players and then when they get older, they'll do the same thing. You know what I mean? So you need to be careful. Bad apples rot the team. You know what I mean? So, as I said, I'm gone. I'm gone like from players like that. I'm no longer, crying for players to stay if they don't want to stay at Liverpool Football Club. I mean, what's the point? What's the point like crying for players to stay if they don't want to be there anymore? Let it go, man. Let it go. Last month you were all saying you were better than Arsenal. Ha ha ha, man deep. We was. But we're no longer better than Arsenal. Yeah. Arsenal. Listen, Arsenal took advantage of a situation that Liverpool just presented to them. We sat back last season, tried to rebuild. When we rebuild, we have to go back down. And they took the opportunity like Leicester did that season when they won the league. There we go. Mark says, seeing LFC struggle is so funny. It's not fun. You could say it's funny, but we know how to struggle and we know how to come out of it. That's the difference between us and you guys. Jurgen Ten Hag is your Jurgen Ten Hag this year, man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Mohammed says Liverpool needs to get rid of 10 players to call back some loanees. Players like Carvalho, Van der Berg, and I don't know who Elivat, I don't know who that is. The academy kids, Kumas, Dans, Chambers, Clark, James, McConnell. Yeah, these kids have done us proud this season, Mohammed, if you ask me. You know what I mean? And when they come in, they've done more than these players that's on the pitch right now, in my opinion. They've won a cup. Let's just be realistic here. They won a cup, people. You know what I mean? Those kids, you know, at least they have a cup in their hand. At least they have a medal in their hand. The other players who, you know, are the senior players have got 0. They're going to get 0. I mean, Salah is not going to have a trophy this season. He's not going to have a medal this season. Neither is other players that didn't play in that game. There you go, people. There you go. They messed up the whole thing, man. They messed up the groove. But yeah, I agree with you, Mohammed. Yeah, a lot of those players, they need a chance, obviously, with this new manager. I think this is why they got this Slot guy, because, you know, he's one of those managers that works with the youth system as well. So if you have something similar to Klopp, the formation he plays and the players, you know, he has and all that stuff, this is what they want to go down that route. That's why they didn't go for Amaron, because Amaron plays like a 3 at the back, and, you know, he has his own system. And if he comes to Liverpool Football Club, we have to change the whole youth system. You have to change the whole structure at Liverpool in order for him to implement his ideas. This is why they went for Slot instead, because, you know, he plays the same way as Klopp, high intensity football, closing down, winning the ball up in the obviously up in the other half, and, you know, counter attacking with force. So this is similar to Jurgen Klopp, and, you know, he doesn't have to change much in the youth system, and this is what the route they want to take, and you know, we'll see. We really see, like, if it works, you know. But the thing is, you know, some people are having to go at him personally. They're attacking him personally and all that stuff. And what I said is, give the guy a chance, innit? What more can I do as a fan other than giving a manager a chance? We've got to support him. We've got to see if he's got the right ideas and see where we go from there. I think, like, we're overreacting at times and you know, blaming people. He hit the jackpot. That's what's happened with the Slot. You know what I mean? If someone gave you, you know, a Liverpool Football Club and you're managing a lower team, what's that? That's like the jackpot, isn't it? So he's not going to reject it, is he? So yeah, it is what it is, people. And as I said, if it doesn't work out, I don't blame him for it. I blame the hierarchy that hired him. You know what I mean? And this is where FSG always do it. They're going to pass the buck on to Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes if things go wrong. And they're going to sit back and say, we don't know anything about football, you know what I mean? We ain't no footballing people. We're baseball, you know. We're going to, you know, go and buy an American football team next. And, you know, that's what they're going to say. We don't know nothing about football. So this is the thing we've got to look at. Yeah, but I've always said it. I don't blame managers when they come in. Even Roy Hodgson, when he came in, I don't blame him or anything like that. I blame the people that actually recruited him and what's their intentions for the football club. What's their ambition for the football club? You know what I mean? Where are we going to go next? We don't really need much at our football club. If you look at the player-wise, obviously a few players got to go and they got to be replaced. But it's not to the extent of, you know, you have to pay a lot of money to get the new players in. If you know what I mean? So we're good in that way. And, you know, there's a lot of players coming from the youth, like Mohammed said. A lot of players, man. Big up, bro. Big up, Beijing Barnes. Doing brilliantly in his channel, people. Go and subscribe to him. He's a great lad, man. Great lad, man. I hit the likes and sub to this great channel. Big up, brother. Thank you for that, man. Aziz says, Fozzy, imagine if you was doing watch-alongs as in the old days. You'd have lots of your shit live on YouTube. 100% players checked out. Yeah, listen, I miss the watch-alongs, but the thing is, there's too many people doing it at the same time. Yeah, so it's tough. It's really, really tough. Mandeep says, you know, you never walk alone, so why salary out? LOL. Okay. Wrong. We'll see. Salah. Okay. Salah, you meant. No problem, bro. No problem. yeah, yeah, Slot. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. What to say about him as a manager, because I have, I have no idea. I have no idea what Slot is all about. Apart from hearing he plays the same way as Klopp. That's all I know. That's all I can give you guys. That's all I could give you guys, man. Because I could make up lies and tell you lies. I've watched the Eredivisie and I know a lot about him and I know a lot about this. Nah, man. Nah. I don't feed BS to people, man. That's one thing I don't do. John Conway says I will back Arne Slot. We have to. We've got no choice, brother. Fozzie Joker. Yeah, we've got no choice. I don't know anything about him, and he wasn't on my list. But hope he does well for us. That's all I do. You never walk alone. Yeah, that's all we can do, Benjamin Barnes. That's all we can do, brother. At the end of the day, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Like, it's harsh the way some people react as well, bro. And I don't really associate our football club with fans like that. That ridicule people and personally attack them on social media because they want another manager and things like that. It's just wrong, man. It's just wrong. It's just wrong, in my opinion. Yeah, so people, I've done this obviously preview match, obviously. What I want to do is like get as much as likes on the channel, like so YouTube can hit the algorithm and then other people can see our channel around YouTube. So please hit the likes and make it as popular as possible. I don't ask for much, just the subscriptions and likes, which are free. So please do that for us. Please go watch this back, get some more views on this one as well. It's pretty interesting. Talking there before the game. Yeah, like I don't ask for much. Just go watch these back after these games, and the more views you get, the better for the channels as well. The more views we get, like when you look at a channel, you look at the views in it, see if how many people watch that video. If it's like 1,000 people go in there and watch it. You know what I mean? Or 500 people go over there and watch it. So this is what I want to like. I want to create a community for all of us to be as one as well. Any Liverpool channels are supportive, like Beijing Barnes, Beijing Red TV, like things like that. We want to be a team. We want to like help each other and all that stuff. So that's my intentions going forward. If you know what I mean. I'm doing this more or less like every day now for you guys. So in return, all I'm asking for is likes and subscribes, which is all free. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for much. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm done for the day. We've still got a few minutes. What can I say about this, people? Like, what more can I say about our football club other than things have to change, players have to go, new era has to start, bad apples have to go. Just don't dwell on the past, people. You know what I mean? This is why we don't move forward, because we keep going back, and when you keep going back, it distracts you from what your ambitions is for the future. So please, like I always say, look forward, don't look back. I love the time at club. I love those nights, Champions League nights, under the lights. I went to a few of them. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss all that stuff. But we've got another guy coming in. Let's give him the support that he needs. And let's not be negative. Let's be positive. And the future from the under nines all the way to the senior team is bright. At least you can see there's a development there. Let's support the kids through the stages as well, because they're gonna come into the team next. There's a lot of them that's gonna come into the team. A lot of them are gonna come back from loan deals as well. So let's give them the support that they need, and get us to the next level, which is competing again in the Premier League. I'm not expecting a lot next season, but if we're up there, let's see if we could get it over the line and not make the mistakes that we did this season. You know what I mean? Because if you look at Arsenal and Man City, they're having a great time right now, but it doesn't stay up there for that long. There's a time they're gonna need, to go back down, to reconstruct the team and get things going again. Players get big-headed, they want more money and all that stuff, which hit us eventually. That's gonna happen to them. So we have to be in the right position to capitalize on that. so we, beat them to the league in the future as well. Because it's good times now, but the bad times are around the corner as well for some teams. If you don't learn from the past, if you know what I mean. So like Saka, Martinelli, and all these players, once they start winning things, and they're gonna ask for more money, that's when they lose focus of reality, which is the main thing that you look forward to every season, which is challenging for titles. So that's what they got to worry about. We no longer have to worry about things like that because we've got a new manager coming in, new players coming in, and the future is different for us compared to those teams. So we just have to be in the right place at the right time, as Arsenal was last season. Right place, right time, and take advantage of that situation. That's how I want to see us in the next few seasons. And I'm gonna miss Klopp, but it's time to go. Move on to the next chapter, which is Slop era. So from Klopp to Slop. So yeah. There you go. There you go, people. Let me just read the comments before I go. Same John, we don't know if he'll do all right or not, but he deserves a chance. 100%, man. No doubt about that, brother. Arsenal still losing the league by 2 points. We're all hoping, bro. We're all hoping. If you know what I mean, we're all hoping because if Arsenal win the league, we're never gonna hear the end of it, Bajan. We're never gonna hear the end of it, bro. They're gonna keep talking about it for years to come, 20 years and counting. I wanna still say that about them. They're doing that ole, man. I'm getting fed up with it. They're taking the piss out of us. Yeah, we was better. We was better. Hang on. Yeah, we was better. Arsenal. We was better than Arsenal, the best team in years, without the depleted squad. With our depleted squad, we were still competing. So what you gotta say about that, Mandeep? Oh, so you're talking to Mandeep? Okay, you're not talking to me. Okay, no problem. Thanks for joining me live. Thanks for joining me live. Hit the likes, please, to help this channel trend on YouTube. You never walk alone, people. I can't even read anymore. I'm so tired. I like the chat, people. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. I'll talk about other stuff as well. Yeah, so as I said, everything comes to an end. We just got to move on. I mean, next chapter is here. We just got. I haven't got a lot to say about it. You know what I mean? Now I've said my piece. Can we challenge next season? If things go right, yes. If things need developing, we've got to give time to that manager, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we can challenge next season. Anything can happen. I mean, we're not changing the formation. We're playing the same formation, the players that normally play. So, we'll have to wait and see. But the most important thing to me right now is to get that Champions League football. A couple of more points. I think we're there. And next season, the Champions League is not as strong as it used to be. It's just, a few teams in there that's not as strong as they used to be either. So maybe we could do better in the Champions League next season if you look at it from that point of view. You look at the semi-finals now. You got Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and you got Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? Teams like that are in the semi-finals now. So it shows the quality has decreased because they go through transition, majority of those teams. And next season, if we keep the core of the squad and try to take that next step in the Champions League from experience of the past or different ideas, we could do better. We could do better, in my opinion. So let's see it. Let's wait and see. That's me done, people. I apologize if I went on a bit. Big up John Conway. Big up Mandeep, man. Jokes aside, great stream. Big up. It is what it is, isn't it? I'm not here to cry about the season that's gone a few weeks ago. We just have to move on. Mandeep says, get another player like Darwin boss. Nah, no more Darwin, man. I've reached my limit with him, bro. I've reached my limit with him, man. It's too much. Yeah, people, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this stream. We will talk very, very soon. Hopefully, in the next time I'm here, I'm less tired and make more sense, read better. You know what I mean? But thanks for joining me. Honestly, thanks for joining me. I appreciate that, people. Please just hit the like button and subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.